It is a cool 71 degrees in Sulphur Springs, Texas this morning. It's a little before 6 a.m., but I've been awake since about 4:30 a.m. The combination of sleeping in a new place each night and attempting to adjust to the time change is making sleep a little bit challenging. But our stay in this Airbnb was very pleasant, other than having to unplug all of the air fresheners in every single room when we got here, and then leaving the windows open for a few hours to try and air the place out. Yesterday evening, while we were enjoying the front porch rocking chairs, once the sun was set, we heard a large pack of coyotes howling way across the fields in front of us. I'd say it was within a mile, maybe half a mile, but it was a lot of them, and they were very excited. In a few more minutes, I'm going to be turning lights on and starting to pack a few things and getting breakfast cooking. This morning, I'm going to make pigs in a blanket, which are veggie sausage links in croissants, and some scrambled eggs. And I have muffins that I baked at home, but I baked them in a 9x13 casserole, blueberry muffins. And then I vacuum sealed them, and I've had them in the freezer in our cooler. And I have another one for a future breakfast, but we might eat about half of this for breakfast this morning and the other half another morning. So it's pigs in a blanket, eggs, muffins, and some fresh fruit for breakfast this morning. And the hope is that we can leave here as much as possible before 8 a.m. because for day 4, we have another long drive ahead of us, just like day 1. It's about 7.5 hours plus whatever stops we want to make. So I try to always assume 2 to 2.5 hours worth of stops on a long day like this so we can get out and stretch our legs a lot. But today we're driving from Sulphur Springs, Texas to Carlsbad, New Mexico. And the plan is to drive south of Dallas. I think it's Route 20 for the loop that goes south. We drove through Dallas by accident last December when we were here visiting Sulphur Springs and we were headed back to the airport. We didn't follow the GPS correctly and it took us through Dallas. And their interstate system is insane. They have so many highways and so many changeovers. It was a little bit stressful. So we don't want to do that today. So we're going to go south of the city. We are in Central Time right now in Texas, and when we get to Carlsbad, we will be in Mountain Time. And we're only going to be in Mountain Time for the 2 days that we're there, because when we move over to Arizona, Arizona is actually the same as Pacific Time during the summer, because they don't do the spring forward and fall back time change. They keep the same time all year long. So pretty soon we'll be in Pacific Time, which is 3 hours behind our regular Eastern Time. So hopefully we'll be adjusting. We'll be in that time zone for at least a week. Hopefully we'll be able to be awake at night and sleep in the mornings. Our youngest daughter said the funniest thing yesterday when we got to Texas and we were unpacking and relaxing in the Airbnb. My husband asked, "So what's it feel like to be in Texas?" And she said, "I don't know. For all we know, you just drove us in circles for a few days, and now you said we're in Texas." She said, "How would I know where I'm at?" But we told her she'll be able to tell by the landscape. It's already flattened out quite a bit. And today they're going to see how much the landscape and the trees change. And they'll definitely be able to tell they're not in Virginia today. We stopped in Abilene, Texas for lunch. This was a free lunch for us because we were using a gift card that we got from our Air Miles with Capital One. I know, Dave Ramsey, we're not going to get rich on Air Miles, but you know what? We do get some free stuff, and we appreciate that. The roads got flatter, the landscape got drier, and the sky definitely got bigger. as we drove through West Texas. All of these wind turbines were everywhere. It's so weird looking at them. It's like having an alien object on the land. And then the thing that I actually expected to see in Texas was all of the oil fields. And it seemed like hundreds of miles of nothing, just big, open, wide spaces. And I wondered, how do they convince people to live here or to move here? I don't know. It just seems like there's nothing there. And maybe that's what some people are looking for. A lot of nothing, a lot of space all to themselves. Well, you can find that in Texas. And probably in New Mexico and a few other western states also. We're in New Mexico now, and we heard that flash floods are common when it rains out here, and you can see where the water is rushing through the fields. Maybe not so well in the video, but we could see it as we drove by. But there was obvious evidence in town also when we got into Carlsbad that the roads were not able to handle the rain that had come down a little bit earlier. We made it to our Airbnb in New Mexico, Carlsbad, New Mexico, a little after 5:30 Mountain Time. We've unpacked. We ate dinner, just some toast and fruit, and played Rook and played Scrabble. My kids had never played Scrabble before. So it is 7:30 Mountain Time right now, and I am exhausted. I've been up since about 3:30 Mountain Time, which was 4:30 Central when we were in Texas. So it's 7:30 Mountain Time. My body thinks it's 9:30 Eastern Time, and I really want to go to sleep right now. But I'm going to try and stay up another half an hour or so because I really need to adjust, because pretty soon we're going to be in Pacific Time, and I need to be able to stay up till at least 8 or 9 o'clock in the evenings when we're in Pacific Time. So traveling can be hard. Hopefully sleeping will be a little bit better. We're going to be at this Airbnb for 2 nights, so hopefully we'll get some better sleep. Tomorrow we tour Carlsbad Caverns.